Hi, this is John, and today we are going to go over piano accompaniment pattern number 7. And we are still in 3/4 time. 3/4 time is 3 beats per measure. For example, here's some sheet music, and we're going to take a look at the song On Top of Old Smokey. Everybody knows it. We're taking this song because it's easy to play. Remember, these videos are for beginners. Now, on top of Old Smokey, here's a measure, and there are 3 beats per measure. We're in 3/4 time. And it's going to be in the key of C major. Now, in the key of C major, your 1 chord, your 4 chord, and your 5 chord are your primary chords. And so it's the 1-4-5 chord progression. So in the key of C, the first chord, the 1 chord would be C major chord. And you should remember this from our first video using 1 chord song. And also in video number 2, we used the 1 chord song. But this song, On Top of Old Smokey, is a 3 chord song. So when you play C major chord in the root position, it's fairly easy. Left hand, pinky on C, middle finger on E, thumb on G. Now, in the right hand is just the opposite of the left hand. In the right hand, your thumb is on C, middle finger on E, and pinky on G. C major chord in the root position. The other chord, the 4 chord, is an F major chord. An F major chord, the fingering is different because this is an inversion. And it's the second inversion of F major chord. Now, the fingering here in the left hand is different than the root position. In the left hand, we have our pinky on C, we have our index finger on F, and our thumb on A. Right hand would be just the opposite. In the right hand, we have our thumb on C, and we have our middle finger on F, and our pinky on A. So you want to be able to go back and forth between C major chord and F major chord. Back and forth like this. And this is the correct classical fingering. And so you want to practice going back and forth. C major, F major in the second inverted position, back to C major in the root position, F in the second inverted position, just back and forth. Work on your left hand. Then your right hand, you want to do the same thing. You have C chord in the root position, but then we'll go to F in the second inverted position. So you move your middle finger and your pinky over 1 key, like that. Practice going back and forth. And once you can do that with 1 hand at a time, then you need to practice doing this with 2 hands at the same time. And this is difficult to do because it's not symmetrical. You are using different fingers between the left and right hand, but you should really learn to do this because this is the classical way of playing the 1-4-5 chord progression. Back and forth like that. Now to make things even more complicated, we're playing a G chord. And this G chord is not the root position, but G chord in the first inverted position. And so to play this in the left hand, your pinky's on B, and then your middle finger's on D, your thumb is on G. In the right hand, it's just the opposite. Your thumb is on B, index finger on D, pinky on G. Now you want to practice going back and forth with your left hand first from C major chord in the root position to G major chord in the first inverted position. Back and forth. Now on the right hand, you want to practice the same technique. C major chord in the root position, and then G major chord in the first inverted position. Now you want to do both hands together at the same time, and again, it's difficult because, it's different fingers. Now what makes it even super difficult is to play these three chords in this cadence. It's called a cadence. To play this cadence, three chords like this. C major chord, F major chord in the second inverted position, back to C major chord in the root position, and then G major chord in the first inverted position. You want to go back and forth. Very important you learn that. That is the correct classical way of playing this chord progression, this cadence. Because we're going to use this cadence on top of Old Smokey for piano accompaniment number 7. That's 3/4 time. Now the other 3/4 time pattern we learned in the previous lesson, I think it was pattern number 6, is very simple. It's just left, right, right, left, right, right. That was pretty easy to do. Left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right. Now this chord progression, this pattern is more difficult. The right hand is a steady beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right hand is easy. But the left hand is a little bit different. So the first beat is together. So in the C major chord, left and right hand plays together, and then the right hand plays by itself, and then the left thumb plays by itself, and then the right hand plays by itself. Okay, so it's together, right hand, left thumb, right hand. When you go to the F chord, same thing, together, right, left thumb, right. G chord, together, right, left thumb, right. So when you play at the speeds like this. Now you could put a color tone in there and make it sound interesting. So on the C chord, my right hand, if I use the D note to make it a color tone, makes it sound a little bit different. It would sound like this. That's how that works. If I was to sing on top of Old Smokey using this piano accompaniment number 7, it would sound like this. On top of Old Smokey, all covered with snow, I lost my true lover for courting to snow. For courting's a pleasure, and parting's a grief, and a false-hearted lover is worse than a thief. Now let's play this with an instrumental, and we're going to add a drum set, and we'll add a bass, and let's see how this sounds with kind of like a trio or a quartet. And so let's try this. Okay, so that gives you an idea how to use this piano accompaniment. Of course, if I was actually playing with a band, I would be playing several 3/4 time patterns. I just wouldn't stick to this one pattern. You know, I could just move back and forth between pattern 6 and this pattern 7. So pattern 6 was easy. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or I could add pattern number 8, which is like this. And we will be taking pattern number 8 in our next video. So let me just sing this. Now this is kind of hard for me to sing because it's not on my vocal range. It's hard for me to sing this C down here. And so I'm going to try to sing it with this C. And I'm going to mix up the patterns. On top of Old Smokey, all covered with snow, I lost my true lover, for courting too slow, for courting's a pleasure, and parting's a grieving. A false-hearted lover is worse than a thief. So I was mixing up some really simple patterns there. And there's a lot of things I could do to make it more interesting by playing bass runs. A lot of different things, and that will be coming up in future videos. Okay, so like this video, help me get this channel off on the ground. I think I have 3 or 4 subscribers. And give it a thumbs up, and remember, there's hundreds of piano patterns. Some are advanced. These are beginning patterns. So some of you people that are advanced players or intermediate players, just hang on. I'm taking this step by step. I'm not going to bounce around from easy to intermediate to difficult. We're going to take it step by step. So over a period of time, we will reach some really complicated accompaniment patterns. And also, you can play the melody within these patterns. And that's kind of interesting too. I'll be going over that. And you won't find these techniques anyplace. How to intertwine the melody inside these accompaniment patterns. All right, so this is John signing off. You have a good day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.